And as they see more evidence of profitability, Wall Street is giving them more of the green light to spend more. So sometimes Wall Street wants you to pull it back, right? During the pandemic, or I think it was it after the I think it was after the pandemic when interest rates got increased, they told them to pull back. They said, well, look, we don't want you to invest like that. We want you to slow down. But before that, they were saying, go for it. Just go. We don't even care if you're profitable now. We're not worried about profitability. And that's another thing too. Never measure businesses solely on profitability, because that's a flawed measure of the quality of a business. So a lot of people will say, well, his business didn't make a profit. That means he failed. No, there's so many businesses that don't make a profit for 10 years. Some businesses are like, we don't even want to make a profit. Who cares if we make a profit? They're trying to acquire market share. Chinese companies do this very well, by the way. Chinese companies, the reason the Chinese have so much economic dominance around the world and they are an economic threat to other countries is because they don't care as much about profitability. So the government will subsidize companies and say, go in there. We want you to lose money. We want you to charge a price that is below your cost of producing the product. Like, so the product costs you $10 to make. We want you to charge $5 so that you can acquire customers, and then we'll make a profit later. Profitability will come at some point in the future. So sometimes when I hear people talk politically and they'll say, oh, he must be a bad businessman because he didn't make a profit. I'm like, that's not the right measure, right? The right measure of whether or not you're good or bad might have something to do with whether or not the business has a long-term probability of being profitable at some point. At some point, you eventually want to make your money back, but sometimes money is like a boomerang. It should never be a frisbee, but it should be a boomerang. And sometimes those boomerangs stay out there for a good, 20 minutes or so before they come back, and they come back with more momentum than you sent them out with. That's how a boomerang is supposed to work. Okay. So AI is not stopping. AI is very, very big. And these companies are at the forefront of AI. And I would encourage anybody who's looking at what's happening right now, I would encourage you to invest in some of these companies. And so, if you haven't got that list of AI stocks that I like, you can text the word stock to the phone number 87948, or you can go to my Instagram, which is Dr. Boyce Finance, and put the word stock in the comments of any video, and I'll send you the list that way. Also, if you text the word youth to the number 87948, we have some stuff for kids as well. I really believe that you definitely want to make sure your children understand economics at an early age. You do not want your kids out here struggling and suffering because you did not prepare them for the future. So text youth to 87948. We have financial flashcards and workbooks for kids and all kinds of other stuff that you can take a look at and decide if that's something that fits your family. So, and because I believe the biggest educational institution your child ever attends should be in their own house. Their parents should be their first teachers, and it's our job to make sure our kids are ready, and not just prepared, but literally super prepared, extra prepared, right? It's not so much a matter of just saying I want to make sure you survive. It's saying, like, it's not that hard for me to make sure that you thrive. We know that if you invest just $100 a month in your child's future when they're little, they're going to have insane amounts of money by the time they get older. If you do $100 a week, then by the time your child is 30 years old, they've got, what is it? Maybe $500,000 or more in wealth. So one of the things that we're doing with our family is I have a niece and nephew. They're both very little. One is 6, one is 4.